the varistor or the MOV metal oxide varistor. So please my friends, subscribe, hit the bell icon, because here you're gonna find how to test all kind of electronic component that you can imagine. So let's dive into step-by-step multimeter testing using, of course, the resistance mode. So to test the varistor, we use the ohm mode or the resistance mode. You should first power off and discharge the board. Then set the multimeter to resistance mode. Let's select 200 ohm. Second, let's locate the varistor terminals V101 in the back of the motherboard. So let's go to the back. So this is the two terminals, guys, with this symbol, and we have V101. So this is the two terminals. Let's select 2M, 2 mega ohm here, because the varistor has a very high resistor, about 471K. Let's check, guys. This is the varistor terminals. Here, as you can see, we have V101, and this is the symbol basically for the varistor. So let's check. Remember, one probe here in the side, another probe here. Okay, we get a high reading, about 1 mega ohm. So this is a good varistor. So guys, this MOV component is a good one, and as I told you, this is the rule, as you can see here in the screen. NTC thermistor or surge current limiter, one of the most component in every power supply that many technicians, students, and even professionals don't know how to test it. In this video, you're gonna understand everything about testing this component, etc. You have to ensure that the power is off and the board is discharged. Means you have to discharge the electrolytic capacitor. And 103 means 10 ohms. Okay guys, 10 ohms, but pay attention at 25 Celsius, because its resistance depends on the value of temperature. The second step, my friends, is to select the resistance mode. Let's select 200 ohm, because this resistor or thermistor is a 10 ohm value. So let's check it right now. So one probe here in the first terminal, the second probe in the second terminal. As you can see, we have 10 ohm. Okay, 9 points means 10 ohm. Always we have tolerance. So this is a good NTC thermistor or resistor. Please, before diving into the course, we'd like to give a huge thank you to the sponsor for this video, PCBWay. PCBWay offers many services ranging from PCB production and assembly to 3D printing and a variety of materials. CNC machining, sheet metals fabrication, injection molding, and more. PCBWay makes it easy to get custom parts for your project. And if you don't like to work a lot with a soldering iron, they can even assemble your PCBs for you. That's the PCBWay. Now back to the video. If it reads open, the thermistor is burned or open. If it reads 0 or very low, 1 ohm for example, or 2 ohm, means a shorted thermistor. So we'll no longer limit the current. And guys, here is a tip that you will hear maybe for the first time. So if you use the multimeter and apply a little bit heat on this thermistor, you will see how the resistance drops. You can't do it on your own by using a hot air or just the iron. Please tell me in the comments, for anyone who did this experience, what do you observe? By applying the heat to this resistor or this thermistor, the resistance will drop step by step. How to test any transformer step by step with just a multimeter. A good transformer should show some resistance between its terminals. Not open, not zero. Let's find out. So for example, for this transformer, here these two terminals here means one coil or inductor. This is the second, this is the third. If we use the continuity option and check these coils here, okay, let's check this one. Do you see? We have continuity. Means good. This one also. The second one. Good. The third one. Good. Amazing. Attention please, my friends. So between the primary or input and the secondary here or output, if we put one probe here of the multimeter in the primary pin and the other in the secondary pin, the multimeter should show what? Should show open loop, no connection. If there is continuity between primary and secondary, the coils are shorted internally, means transformer is damaged. How to test EMI filters, or we call it sometimes common mode choke with a multimeter. So guys, to check these filters, we have a rule, is to use the continuity mode and to verify that no coil is open. Of course, we can use the continuity mode or the on mode or the resistance mode. I'll show you both. So let's begin with the on mode and select the low resistance scale, 200 ohm, okay? The low scale. After that, we have to locate and identify the coils pins or terminals. So let's go to the back here. So basically this is the first coil here and this is the second coil. And if you pay attention here, we have L101 for electromagnetic interference coil. So guys, easy, by selecting the on mode exactly 200 in the multimeter, let's check these coils. The first one here, one probe here, another probe here, we get 23 ohm. Good. Here also we should get about the same reading. Okay, so let's check 23. This is good. So always check between pin 1 and pin 2, pin 3 and pin 4. And of course, always you have to get the same reading. Same reading, because this is not a transformer. This is EMI, and for a EMI we get same reading and same value for both coils. Please remember, when you get a blown fuse each time, replace this capacitor. This is the cause. Set the multimeter to the capacitance mode. After that, move the red probe to the capacitance bridge in this socket to test the capacitance. So let's check this capacitor, 0.10 microfarad. Let's go to the back of the motherboard. This is the capacitor over here. It's simple. So one probe here, another probe here. Nice. We have 0.12, 0.11, about 0.10 microfarad. So this capacitor is good one.